Hello, good evening, and a very warm welcome to Rangers Radio.
Hello, good evening, welcome to Rangers Radio. Join myself, Fox Chair, on the show this evening is my two big muckers, Big Stevie and the one and only Southside. How we doing, gentlemen?
Evening, Ox. Good to be back Wednesday night, my big mucker, and to enjoy the show tonight. And good evening to all the troops on YouTube, all the faithful troops that turn up every night listening to the show. Say hello to them, and good evening to everyone listening in this evening.
Evening, Stephen. Oh, I think he's doing a bridge there, Southside.
Aye, probably on the album. Oh, here he comes now.
Evening, Stephen.
Good evening, troops. Welcome to the big station, serving the nation as Dream Team Wednesday. What a start! What a start! Anyway, how are we?
Good, mate. Good. How's your good self?
Show me, proactive Fox, putting the great into Britain. You know the script.
Yes. Yeah, listen, we've touched on it. It's a big game tomorrow night, Stevie, isn't it?
I can't wait. My fireworks are in. For the march up to PR. Oh, I can't wait. Oh, I can. Brilliant.
Oh, did you get Southside the sparkler?
Aye, I've got my Roman candle.
A what? A what?
Exactly. I'm kidding.
You know where you can shove that, Stevie?
Aye, looking forward to it. We're all meeting at the underground. We're going to do a charge up the PR, the Paisley Road, and right into the troops, right into Ibrox to see the Bears do the business and march right into the quarter final.
He'll go anywhere for a walk Southside, won't he?
Aye, I know it should be good tomorrow. It's a good atmosphere and a good build-up to before the game. And like I say, UB are having a march to the stadium, and it should be lively heading along the Paisley Road West and up to the stadium, and then hopefully continue the atmosphere into the stadium, get the right result, get the victory, or even take a draw. Doesn't matter. And we march on, and we'll see who we get in the next round.
Yes, Big Stevie, sponsored by Doc Martens.
Listen, Ox, can I give you a good friend of mine, Mr. Jim Walker? I'd like to thank him for his hospitality in the Blackpool Hotel out in Cumbernauld there. His wee boozer and that, absolutely fantastic. Beautiful food, staff very friendly, and the overnight stay, and I must say, modern bedrooms, really modern, fresh. Me and Myra Hinley did a wee overnight stay, and the hospitality for Jim and the staff was absolutely fantastic. So I'd just like to give Mr. Walker a big shout out and thanks very much. And James, thanks very much for everything you do, ticket-wise as well, help me and Southside and the boys out. Thank you.
God forget. We did plugs for his bathroom install, we've done plugs for his hotel, we've done plugs for his shoes. What next, Southside?
I'll be plugging Greenock in a couple of days' time and off for a couple of weeks' time, won't you, big man?
Aye. Listen, we've no mentioned go bathrooms for a wee while, so I'm just gearing up.
There we go, Southside.
Batter in, mate. Why not? It's all free advertising. Might as well.
Big George is listening in the motor, so there you go.
Oh, go bathrooms, yeah. Brilliant. What a group, man. What a battalion, eh?
Oh, you've no idea. I'll tell you, man. See that? I'll never forget that night I die. Dumbarton went through that door that night because I wanted in with the Rangers side of things, and we ended up in the tunnel. Me and two other boys were looking at each other. All the Rangers players were kicking about them. Oh, brilliant. So that was that. But aye, go to give a shout out to go bathrooms. Good boys. Do a proper job.
Right, that's you done one side of your sleeves. What were the sponsors on the other?
Oh, that's me. That's me. Yeah, Mr. Jim Walker at the Black Bull and Cumbernauld and Go Bathrooms. That's me, a happy man.
Yeah. So, well,
I was just waiting for Alec to turn up next on the other sleeve there.
Oh, Alex got his measure. No pun intended.
He's kitted up already, isn't he, for when he goes? He's sorted.
Oh, by the way, can I just say, that cheeky bugger says I'm an oak veneer raised lid. I said, what's the raised lid? He says, come on, look at the size of that.
What are we talking about? What size of what here?
Belly.
I thought you might be talking about something else there, Stephen.
His calves.
It's a family show to at least 9 o'clock. Behave yourself.
Okay. He has got your measure, Mr. AB. Yeah.
Yes, good man. Very good man.
He's done it all. Bathrooms, hotels, and undertakers.
Yeah, you go. You can have a night in a hotel. You need your get your bathroom sorted out, and if anything happens that night in the hotel, you're getting well looked after.
Right.
You get poisoned by the grub.
Have you got any shout-outs outside before we're at it?
No, I'm no bothered tonight. No, you're all right.
Oh, brilliant.
Cheers.
Well, we might just listen. A lot of news coming out the club, bubbling away, but I think we can part that maybe this now unless any of the phone calls come in, because it's a massive game tomorrow night. And look, Steve, I made the point Monday night. It's not every season we get or have a chance to get a quarter final of European competition. It hasn't happened as often as people would imagine. And we've got a real chance tomorrow night, big man.
We have to have, mate, and ops. And the good thing about it, you're a man for facts and figures. We win tomorrow night. Much does that get us going into the quarter final? Each round you've got goals in it. So
I think before you start without gate money, if we can get a result tomorrow night, and obviously if we win the game, there's more money. But basically, I think it throws another few million quid our way too. I think I read 2.5, but then you've got gate receipts and everything else, and some of your sponsors. The deeper you go in Europe, you'll get more money for them, etc. So it's worth millions, and it's good for the club. Doesn't matter what happens with the takeover; it's still good for the club south side, isn't it?
Aye. It will be. We need. Looks like it's for wee bits I've seen the day. It's getting closer, and it might be done by May and no June or something. Was a sort of report. But we need a fresh injection of cash. I think the directors have took us to where they can go in it. And also, it takes us on to this game tomorrow night to get us into the quarter final, Europe. And like you say, it's a massive game. The place will be rocking tomorrow night. I'm really looking forward to it, Ops. We've got the advantage, and it's just how we deal with it on the night and how we play. And I'm sure Barry will have something sorted out in the team. It's just about keeping the back door shut. That's all we need to do. Or if they score one, we need to score one. Just so it doesn't matter. We need to do what we do. But hopefully we'll score first on the night, and that'll put us in the driver's position, mate.
Stevie?
I can't argue with much of that. That's what we just need to get there with the right attitude again. Look, we went to their place, and let's be honest, it could have been 5-1. So I'm looking for my team to score a goal in each half, and if we do that, we're out of sight. There's no way in the world they're catching us. But just got to make sure we keep the back door shut. That's the key to it. So, financially, massive. I was looking today, the amount of people looking for tickets. Oh, it's got to be a full house. Ibrox's got to be rocking. And let's hope Barry's got another wee trick or two up his sleeve, because let's be honest, he started that game, but I think to myself, oh, here's a new formation. Absolutely fantastic, and it worked. So let's hope he's got the boys ready to go. The tin helmets are on, the whistles go, and we go over the top and do the business. Come on, Rangers!
Right, you mentioned Barry Ferguson before we get the phone lines open. It'd be fair if we maybe heard the start of his press conference. Are you two gentlemen okay with that?
Perfect timing.
Sounds like
I know what you're talking about. Yeah, you've got to use go bathrooms, are you? Okay, get yourself a mute and let's hear from your gaffer, Barry Ferguson.
Barry, after such a good result in the first leg, how do you approach this one? Is it a case of stick or twist? How do you find that balance in what you do?
Well, I don't want to give too much away, but listen, it was a really good performance. I still think there's areas where we can improve, and that's what we've tried to do over the last 3 days. We're under no illusions that it's going to be a different game. Fenerbahce will be hurting, I know that, my players know that. They're well aware of that as well, so we've spoken about that over the last couple of days. So we've prepared in the right manner. There might be 1 or 2 tweaks. We'll just need to wait and see. But look, it's been a good 3 days. That's the first time I've really had the players to go and work on certain things that I think they can improve on, and they've worked ever so hard. So that's all I can ask as a manager.
Your team showed that they have a flexibility and they're able to be flexible in games like this. Is that going to be important tomorrow night? Yeah,
I believe if any game, whether it's in Europe or domestically, I think you have to have a flexibility, and that's something that I don't think this team's had. So that's some things we've had to go through, we've worked on. And within a game, if things aren't going according to plan, that we can go and change that. So that's certainly something that I've got to give the boys credit for. They've took things on board that I've wanted them to take on. And we'll approach a game in a manner that we need to go and try and win.
Recently at home, it's not been great in terms of results. How do you make sure you change that and you come in with a mindset to use this as a fortress?
Well, they've got to have a different mindset. That's been a big issue. They know that. I'm not going to sit here, and I think you all know that as well. It has been an issue at times throughout the season, and that's something that I'm tasked with trying to change, and I'm working ever so hard to do it, and so are the boys as well. So they're taking everything that we're giving them on board, and what I've seen in the last 3 days, it's certainly going well.
You obviously played at a time when Ibrox was such an energising force for your team in the way to 2008. You saw it again to 2022. I know results the last 3 games at home haven't been great, but do you believe that this is still a place that can raise this team to new levels rather than drag it down?
Yeah, listen, see if you get this place rocking, it's a proper place to play football, and that's I've told the guys that, and they know that. They know how good they've played, and some of the guys that are in the squad have played in European nights here. And when you go out with a certain attitude to play the game, there's no better place to play football. So we'll go on and we'll brace the challenge tomorrow night, because, as I said, it's going to be a different game in my opinion. But we need to stand tall, and we need to go head to head with Fenerbahce, because they'll come and they'll go for us. So we need to be strong in the mind. But I certainly believe, that my group of players over the last 3 days certainly know what's going to come at them. So we're prepared for it.
How's Robin Proper after concussion last week?
Yeah, he done a couple of training sessions. He's not been with the team. He was with the team today. And there's been another 1 or 2 slight issues. Ideally, I would love to have everybody available, but that's the way it goes sometimes. So I'll just need to wait again tomorrow morning. I'll see how they wake up, and hopefully I'll have a full squad to pick from.
Who are the players that are doubtful? Barry, can you tell us? Or?
Do you think I'm going to tell you? There's 2 or 3. That's all I'll say. I'm hopeful that they've come through the session today okay. It's just something you've got to deal with as a manager. As I says, in an ideal world, everybody would be fit and available and 100%, but that's never the case. That's why you carry a squad. That's why it's important that the guys that have not been involved, certainly last Thursday, that they need to make sure they take information on. But as I said, I just need to wait until tomorrow, and hopefully I get good news rather than bad news.
What have you seen in the guys? What have you learned about them in this past wee while? Now you've had a chance to maybe do more on the training field. What is it that you've kind of identified as maybe been missing up till now?
They're a very good group of players. That's what one thing I will say. That they're hard workers. They've took information in that we've given them. Not just me as a manager, but my staff also. And listen, they went through difficult periods, and we're trying to explain myself and the staff. We've been through the same thing, so we can relate to that, and it's important. But look, there's no getting away from it. In Europe, it's been really good at home, but domestically it's not been what we're wanting. So that's our job to change it, and the guys understand what it takes to play here. Because when just at the very first question, when not just European nights but domestically, if you've got a team that are playing good football with loads of energy and passion, this crowd will get right behind you.
And given your form in Europe across the season and the fact you're 2 goals up in this tie, are you comfortable, you happy with kind of the favourites tie? Because a lot of people will be thinking Rangers should go through here.
Well, I would rather have another couple of goals if I'm being honest with you. But it is what it is. But that's the pressure. You've got to handle pressure when you're at Rangers. And that's something that probably the squad will admit they've not handled too well at times. But other times they have handled the pressure really well. So look, we're not thinking about we're favourites or their favourites. We've got a game that we have to go and take head on. Because what an opportunity we've got to go into the last 8. But also we've got to be respectful. We're coming up against a very good team. I said that last week. They've got players that can really hurt you. And we all know about the manager. In my opinion, he's been one of the best ever. So we're prepared for all different scenarios. And we're just ready and raring to go.
Barry, you say you're prepared for all different scenarios. You expect the game to differ from last Thursday. What do you expect Fenerbahce to do differently? Do you think they might come out more? Obviously, they're 2 goals down. Do you expect them to try and play on the front foot, and then could that benefit you if they leave space in behind?
Yeah, but listen, I expect them to come for us because they're 3-1 down. There's no doubt about that, so we're prepared for that. And they've got guys, as I said, that can hurt you for the wide areas. They like to get balls into the box. So my back 2 or my back 3 or back 5, whatever it's going to be, need to be prepared for that and ready for that. So look, we've covered all sorts of scenarios, as you have to do when you're playing against very good teams.
And just in terms of the atmosphere tomorrow night, you say on nights like these there can be no better place to play football. Do you think a win putting you through to the quarterfinals of competition can almost reignite the rest of the season, Barry? It can be a massive final 2 months of the campaign for Rangers. Yeah,
well, in terms of playing here, I know what it's like in European nights. And as a football player, you've got to want to play in front of this crowd. I've been here this season when it's been Lyon, when it's been the other games, Tottenham game, should I say. I've been to previous ones, and the place is electric. And we need to light that fire in the stands. That's what we need to start doing. And the guys are well aware of that. But see, as a footballer, as a manager, I can't wait. You've got to be excited about this. You've got to embrace the challenge that's in front of us. And my group of players are ready for that.
Why don't you give us a call on 0141 356 1972. It's your show, it's your platform. Let's hear from you.
Well, thanks for that, Fox. Decent press conference for Barry there, Southside.
Aye, covered a lot of points, didn't he? He knows that they're going to come on in it and come in the front foot, and he's explained all to the players. It's a big, massive game. So I think the players and him are under no illusions how hard this game's going to be tomorrow night, Ops.
No, listen, it was half time. Let's go. And if we get it, as Stevie rightly pointed out, the pendulum swings massive in our favour, and that's what you're hoping. Yeah, but so it could be nervy, but exciting at the same time, Stevie.
Barry's expecting them to come out the traps fast, isn't he? Obviously they've been preparing for the onslaught. They think they're going to come out and try and go for them right away and get the early goal. So I enjoyed that presser there for me, Barry. You know, he's prepared. There was again a lot away, and he sounds fired up, and hopefully he's got the troops fired up for it tomorrow. It sounds like that way. So come on, the Rangers, just you know what they've got to do. Get out there. He's trying to tell them, get out there and do the business. That crowd will get behind you, man, and nothing will stop us. Nothing.
Yeah, and we're all intrigued if anybody's getting knocked, so we might never know who the 3 players are if they're all fit. Southside.
Aye, he's not going to disclose that, is he? So, well, surprised, but obviously there's something. 3 players, you'd imagine, thinking if you were looking at ones that have just come back, it might have been somebody like Balogun or something, but it'll no matter if they all take the field and it's a strong team and there's nobody that we don't think doesn't start, then I take it they'll all have been past available and fit-ups.
Yeah, watch this space. We'll find out 7 o'clock tomorrow night, Stevie, won't we? When the team's announced.
Certainly will, yep. No, I've no doubt in my mind we Barry will have a couple of surprises, these formation-wise and whatever. Listen, just stick to the game plan. He said he's had 3 days with him, so he's enjoyed it. That he's seen them. They're sticking to the. They're looking a lot better, sticking to what he's teaching them, and he's just basically telling them, and the way I'm looking at it tomorrow, when they come out that tunnel locks tomorrow and that crowd and that tune start playing, man, that's enough to get you hyped up. Never mind, getting into a quarter final. So they know what's at stake here. They know it's a big, big night financially for the club and for the fans after the horror shows we've had of lately. It's something to give back to the fans. So let's get out there and do it.
Yeah, that's a good point you make, Stevie, and I think that's very fair, Southside.
Aye, 100%. I mean, they've got good players in their team. Let's not be kidded here. And the boy, Talisca, he was shooting for everywhere when he had the chance outside the box. I think Butland had the save for him close at the end, down to his right-hand side. I mean, he was looking to shoot for everywhere. And obviously, I think they've got one of their players coming back a forward. I think it was injured for the first game possibility. And obviously, Dzeko, obviously older, but can still cause you problems. And he's he's a danger, as well as Tadic, if you stand off him and that. So, and they've got 1 or 2 other players that were good in midfield and that. So they are a good team, and we'll need to be at our best on the night. And I'm sure Ibrox will be rocking. And if we can get the good start and get the first goal, that will certainly propel us and carry us forward, and the crowd will stay the whole night. But it's under the illusions, Ox. We're in a good place at the moment. We've done the hard work last week, but it's about doing it this week again. And we've got to be on it, because they will punish us if we give them chances. So, but looking forward to it, and I believe that on the night, if we've got 11 turning up in the blue jersey and play at the capacity we know they can, and I think there'll only be one winner.
Right, Mr. Southside, you're Mr. Barry Ferguson, and you've got to pick a team. And we'll assume that everybody bar Proppers is fit, apart from the ones that have been out long term, yeah? Is that fair?
Right.
So you've got to pick the shape, and you've got to pick the personnel. But we'll start tomorrow night. Southside's 11. Know what you would do, know what you think Barry will do. 2 different questions, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Right, so Southside's formation, Southside's 11.
The 11 that I would pick would be Butland, Sterling, Tav, Shooter, Balogun, Ridvan, Jeff Day, sorry. Keep it similar, but I would keep it like that, because I want right-hand side in case they play that Maximan or whatever, and just the trouble they can bring you down the left-hand spot, a bit of toughness in there. We need tight for corners or set pieces coming in our box. I think
I read that Maximan's no travelled Southside.
Has he no? Well, that's a bonus, and if he's no travelled, he'll still play.
I don't know if it's true, but I think
Aye, I would still play Sterling, but I want we need tight in their box as well. Along with Shooter, Tav can jump quite high, he's quite good in the air, but I would do that. And midfield is Raskin, Diamande. I'd probably play Barron again. I think it worked well. Czerny, Dessers.
So the sort of
more or less the same team, apart from Sterling coming in.
3-5-2, 5-3-2, whatever you want to dress it up. Yeah, okay. And you're in that formation, you're going for a 3-5-2.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What's your thoughts on that, Stevie?
Aye, why not? The big ones, Southside's putting a bit of iron in there with adding Sterling. I mean, Sterling sorted that boy out, let's be honest. He was getting a wee bit of change out of Ridvan, and I thought Barry was right to change it. And when he did change it, he never got much change out of Big Sterling when he came on, that's for sure. And it's good to know if that, we need to find out if that boy's travelled or not, because he was giving us a bit of a problem. So it'd be good if he's not travelled. So, I would go with that, no problem with that.
I'll get Mr. Fox on that case, checking that out. He might go down to the hotel and see who's in the bar.
What hotel are you in, do you know? I've got a couple of big fireworks lying here.
Oh, you keep read them. Oh dear. Yeah. Aye, okay, I get that. I think that'll be popular after last week's Southside, you know. But obviously, they'll maybe look at it differently because we might have caught them a wee bit on the hop at times last week before half time. We were set up, yeah, because let's be honest, everybody thought we would stick to what we've been doing, the 4-2-3-1. I mean, maybe that when we seen the team.
I would like to have had probably, because we're at home, and I think we can get to them in defence, but I understand that you want to keep the back door shut and you don't want to be giving them any chances, and that balance of having the three that worked last week with Diamandi with all his energy running about the park. I would like to have put Bezrami in, because I think if he'd go on the ball slightly further up in the park, he can make things happen. He's got good vision. He'll work hard, but his form hadn't been great in that, and I think it worked well last week, but I still think we need to be on the front foot. I don't want to be sitting too deep on them and allowing them to come forward. Even in that system, we've got scope to get forward and check chances up. I like to say, maybe Bezrami I would have liked to have put in because we're at home and we want to go in the front foot and have a go at them for the first 20 minutes. Want us to come out the traps early and have a right good go at them within that system, and let's hope that we can get something, or else if the worst came to the worst, you could swap Sterling and Taver, and you could have Taver right back, and he might get further up the park for you, and Sterling could sit in beside Suter and Balogun, and it might be better if Tav went right back, and we could maybe get him on the ball and get us up the park at times. Either or, it'll depend if he's travelled and that, and it maybe depends on how he's looking at the system. But you could swap Tav or Sterling, or I would think as well. Could you know?
Mm-hmm. What's surprising me, I mean, I get it, and obviously last week he nearly won the match with Dessers, but he's now back in possession. I never seen that coming a few weeks ago, Stevie, that Ignaman wouldn't be the man and Dessers is the man, if that makes sense, in the number 9 position.
Aye. Well, listen, he's going to be a big player for us tomorrow night. Everybody's going to be a player, but I think the big man will score tomorrow, definitely. I think Big Dessers will get his goal. I really do. They've got to come out, and I think we'll catch him, and I really do. He's going to be... He needs to take... When he gets his chances, he's going to have to take them. He's going to have to take his chances big time. But listen, there's one way... I mean, we're all worried about them going to come out, and they've got to go for it. I think that might suit us. I really do. I think that might suit us, Ox. Just catch them lovely in the break, and it'll be ball game. And who's to say the best form of defence is attack? Who's to say we're not going to come out the trap and just try and kill the game? You know?
It's going to be intriguing, big man. It's going to be intriguing. Looking forward to it. Right, I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll hear the second half of Barry's press conference, and then hopefully some of the punters will come in and give their thoughts on tomorrow night, yeah?
Yep, sounds like a plan.
All right, get yourself on mute.
You mentioned, Barry, about that mindset shift towards playing at Ibrox. In the short time you've been here, have you seen that change already, even in the short time that you've been with the players?
No, because the Motherwell game wasn't good enough. Plain and simple, the first 45 minutes were nowhere near what I expect from a team of mine, and they were made well aware of that after the game. And the pressure was really on us last Thursday when we went away to Fenerbahce in an intimidating atmosphere. But I says to the players, if you want to play at this place, at a club like this, you need to take these challenges on. And I thought they took the challenge on really well. I know we get a lot of plaudits, but I still seen some things within our system and the way that we played that we can certainly improve on. And that's what we've tried to do the last 3 days. So, yeah, look, the guys, as I said, the guys have been great. They've really took everything on that I want them to do. I know they're good football players, but there's more to being a good footballer when you play with Rangers.
And what you're trying to do and change their mindset and get these players back on track to make it through to the next round, put out a team like Fenerbahce, how big an achievement would this be and how big of a lift would it give, not just the players, the whole club?
Yeah, it's important. It's not about me, it's about the whole club. To get into the last 8, I think, would be a fantastic achievement, but we've got 90 minutes to play against a very good team. As I said, it's easy to get carried away when you have a performance like we did last Thursday, but there's absolute no chance I was allowing that to happen. They had a couple of days to go away, spend a bit of time with their family, a bit of rest, which was well earned, but they knew coming back in, there's a job half done, and we need to complete that job on Thursday.
But Barry, it looked last week like there was a lot of kind of mutual respect between yourself and Mourinho on the touchline and how you both spoke about each other. Did you get a chance to speak to him at all after the game? And also, is his presence in their dugout a real factor in your thinking about this game tomorrow in terms of the respect for the job not being done yet?
Well, first and foremost, I've got huge respect. I said last week, I think it's 26 trophies he's won at a number of different countries. He's managed at the highest level. And it is a real challenge for me, but listen, I'm no scared of a challenge. Standing on the touchline, it was an honour for me. But look, as I said, he's got a real good team. He's a top-class manager. He would have been hurting. I know that for a fact. And you'll see a different Fenerbahce here tomorrow night. There's no doubt about that. And as I said, we have worked the last 3 days on different scenarios that I think will happen within the game, and we just need to wait and see what happens come 8 o'clock. But I've got every faith in my group of players.
Barry, obviously your regard for Jose Mourinho is obvious, but are you prepared maybe for some of the more streetwise elements that might come tomorrow, maybe some of the darker arts?
Yeah, and I think we need to be better at these things as well. I've mentioned that to my players. Sometimes we're too nice. Can't be nice all the time. And I expect Fenerbahce to be a bit like that tomorrow night, but I expect us to be a bit like that as well.
Last one, Andy.
Barry, there's been a lot of chat this week after last week's result, getting the better of Jose Mourinho. A lot of people suggest maybe if you can get a result tomorrow night, if you can get a result on Sunday, that perhaps your name might come into the thinking for the job permanently. Do you believe that you've got the skill set to take this job on a longer basis?
If I'm being honest, Andy, I'm not even thinking about it. I've been brought in here for 3 months and that's my full focus. This 3 months. Got off to a good start, really good start at Kilmarnock, apart for the first 20 minutes. Motherwell, nowhere near good enough. Last week, very good, but I think can be better. And I need to continue that. But I'm not thinking ahead of what I've seen loads of people talking about things. I have no interest. I've got a job to do here, and that's to make sure that I get a Rangers team winning on a more consistent basis. And yeah, that's my thought process.
Just a very quick last one first, Alan. Get the mic back.
Barry, Jose Mourinho warned Rangers against over-celebrating last week. Yep. Was there ever any danger of that happening, and did you have to impress upon the players that it is still 0-0 in the tie?
Well, I stress to my players, if you win a game, enjoy it. There's fans that pay a fortune to come and watch us. Go over. Appreciate how far they've travelled, how much they've paid. Get in the dressing room, they put a bit of music on. Once we get on the bus and back to the hotel, the focus was on next Thursday. It was clear. That was a clear message from me. But I think you've got to allow yourself to go and be happy with the performance and the result. But as I said, I'd be an absolute idiot if I thought the game was over and done with. There's no way I was thinking that was mentioned straight after the game. We'll go back, we'll go away a couple of days, get a bit of well-earned rest, and then we're come in fully focused on what's going to be a tough game for us.
Why don't you give us a call on 0141 356 1972. It's your show, it's your platform. Let's hear from you.
Well, thank you for that, Fox. Most of that was took up with last week's events and where we're going to go and the loving the character is Jose Mourinho. And we'll never forget Jose for getting a result for us in 2003, Southside.
Aye, he's a character, isn't he? As a manager, he's brought a lot of success to clubs, isn't he? Maybe his style of play and his tactics and that didn't suit everybody and that, but he'll be coming to Ibrox tomorrow with a game plan and a style. He's an experienced guy. He's looked at what we've done and he'll possibly think, and the team that I've sort of named it nowadays, similar to what it was last week. So he's possibly thinking that'll be the tactic we'll use. But no, a lot of clubs have took him as a manager because he usually wins trophies. And he's been successful in his career. And I dare say when he leaves Fenerbahce at some point in his career, there'll be another club will come calling for him.
Who's he managed? What's he done? What have we got? Porto, Chelsea, Real Madrid,
Roma,
Man United, Roma,
Tottenham.
Tottenham. Yeah. There's some big clubs in there, isn't there? Where arguably some of the biggest, you know. So aye, listen, the guy knows what he's doing. We respect that. But once the game starts, Stevie, the game's about football players.
100%. And how refreshing was that for Barry Ferguson? What have I been going on about for months, well, years, if you want to put it that way? We're too nice. Too nice. It's time to do the dark arts. We need to get better at it. And listen to Barry Ferguson saying that was music to my ears. Because that's exactly how I've seen our team. A bunch of nice guys that don't know the dark side of the game. And they need to get it in their locker. It's how you win trophies. That's how you win trophies. You need to have the all round. You need to know when to get down. You need to know when to stand your ground. You need to win your personal battles. And to do that, sometimes you've got to do the dark arts and not be nice all the time, because that's all our players are. All nice guys that want to play football. And I've been saying it for donkeys on here all the time. The games, you go to St Johnson's the Wednesday night, the P and Rain. Football doesn't get you on the line. Fight and determination and doing the dark arts and the dark side of the game gets you on the line. And that was dead refreshing to listen to Barry Ferguson talk about that. He says, we need to learn that day. Not just them, when he was talking about Fenerbahce doing it. So that was dead refreshing. And that's something that I've marked it now. I'll be looking for that now to see the team, if they're going to be that wee bit more fiery and a wee bit doing the dark side of the game. I'll keep my eye open for that now. Brilliant. I was pleased to hear that.
When he said too nice, I thought he was talking about us too, Southside.
Always, mate, always.
I'm just used to just the Happy Burn stuff again.
That's what I thought you were getting it again. I'm going to pop. Yeah.
Rabbit gets free advertising on here, doesn't he?
For everything, mate. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
For everything, mate. You got to see the list. It's like Yellow Pages.
It's not a bad tag, it's right enough.
Listen, Stevie, I don't think you're alone in the thoughts that, we've not had that natural ball winner. There was times when he was in the team that I thought Sterling, Southside seen it differently. Sterling could have fallen into that role, but you can't do that role if you're sitting in the stands, Southside.
No, you're right. Sorry, I lost my train of thought there, mate.
You need a ball winner in your team. Somebody's aggressive. All teams.
Aye, at the moment. Listen, Diamond will get about the park for us, and he'll pick up balls and maybe break up play. Really, one out of the two that we're looking for tomorrow night is probably Barron and Raskin to try and get their foot on and get winning the ball. And 50-50s, you're hoping they'll come out on top. But I think it's a game. We've got to keep a hold of the ball in possession at times and try and take the sting out the game a bit and go forward when we can and try and create chances. But it'll be a tough battle tomorrow night. It'll be interesting to see maybe the system. You think maybe Josie will come and he'll stick the three strikers right up the park and think that maybe he'll try and force us to knock the ball long.
I don't know if we'll do that initially, mate, and I'll tell you why. You know, because I think here's how I see it. I think it'll be the first goal we'll try to get, so I don't know if we'll go gun-ho first, mate, because obviously if we caught them on the sucker punch, the tie really does swing in our favour. However, I think he'll be offensive. We've seen that last week. I mean, let's be honest, at the finish that game, it was like a 3-7 he was playing, wasn't it?
Aye, just flinging everything, wasn't it?
Aye, it was like there was no midfield. We got the ball and we passed it a couple of times. The next time we were standing next to their goalkeeper. All right, we were a yard offside, or half a yard offside, or a quarter of a yard, or a quarter of a mile. But we were breaking through on them every time near enough we got the ball, Stevie. But I don't think he'll go that offensive. But I think he'll go out and try and score goals.
Oh, 100%. Listen, they flung everything by the kitchen sink at us last week. They were taking defenders up and forwards on left, right, and centre. They tried everything. And I don't know. I just think that he might come out. I can't see him just playing a normal game at the start or try to keep us quiet and keep the ball or whatever. I think he'll go for it. I really do think he'll go for it. And I think that could be his downfall. That's what I'm thinking. I mean, they've got to come out. They're 2 goals down. So they've got to go. For me, they've got to go for it. I mean, if I do, put yourself in their position. If you were 2 down and you were in Turkey, you wouldn't want your manager not to go for it. You'd be wanting Rangers to come out and go for it, wouldn't you? Try and get an early goal.
Try and win both halves, yeah.
Aye, possibly. Listen, he's got 26 trophies for a reason. He doesn't need any introduction, Jose Mourinho. He's a top-class manager. He's a fox. He backs his team to the hull. Even when he knows they're wrong, he still backs them. And he's going to fling everything at us tomorrow. It's going to be a tough game. But listen, we're Rangers. We're 2 up. We've got the ball at our feet, and we've got the 12th man, haven't we? So at the end of the day, Barry has got the troops ready for anything that's going to come their way. He's had 3 days with them. He's happy with everything that's going on. And as I said, I'm so happy to hear him saying we need to do the dark arts a wee bit better. And maybe you'll see some of that coming into tuition tomorrow.
Well, just to Skeggy Bear has just messaged on YouTube to say that Josie said today in his press conference that he's never lost a home tie by 2 goals Southside. So, well, maybe not a lot of credit for it in Scotland, but we've had a lot of credit in the rest of Europe, the result we got last week.
Well, if you probably looked through all the Europa League results last week, yours would probably have been the standout. I think a lot of them would probably thought Fenerbahce at home win. And it wasn't. And I think that was probably the standout result in the Europa League that maybe surprised a few people. But no, listen, we've been scoring goals away from him in Europe this year. And the only thing we had to worry about was the team wasn't showing a decent bit of form coming into that game. But aye, he's got a good record if that's the case. That he's never lost by 2 goals. But it's still a hard game tomorrow night. Listen, we done a job last week, but tomorrow night is going to be really, really hard. We really need to be on it tomorrow night. And we have to have 11 players in a blue jersey turning up. Can't carry many passengers tomorrow night. It'll just not be possible. So that's what we need tomorrow. And I'm sure, like I say, the crowd will be well up for it tomorrow night. Place will be rocking. And we'll just go to do the business on the night. But tactically, he's a good manager, and he's going to come here with a game plan. They've got good quality players if we allow them space and time. That's what we can't afford today, and we just need to turn up. And if we can turn up, as you know, we should win, or we'll see the tie out. I don't care if it's a draw tomorrow night, wouldn't bother me, as long as we go through. Because I know the magnitude of the game, and I know we're playing against a good team here.
Aye, ultimately, I don't disagree with you, Southside. Obviously, we'd like to win the game, Stevie, but we're being realistic. Yeah, that obviously we don't need to win to go through, and we just want to get through.
I think my wingman's just said it there. Doesn't matter how we get through, as long as we get through. And then we can dream, can't we? Drink tequila rose and chop pork rolls in Vatican Square. That would be fantastic, wouldn't it? Playing Roma. What a
You can set off your Roman candle.
That's right, aye. Well, there you go, eh? But, no.
There's a sight I never thought I'd see, yeah. I'm just picturing.
What happened in Vatican Square?
There's a sight I never thought I'd see. Okay, carry on, Stevie.
Listen, it is what it is. Listen, this is where Glasgow Rangers takes us. Me and that man's been doing many a road together watching this team. And sometimes we leave scratching our head, you know, when you get put out the Scottish Cup and we're back to Turkey. And let's be honest, Mourinho said in his press conference, it was a good result for us. We were all like that. See when he said it at first, I was like, what? Yeah, it was a good result for us because it should have been more. That's what he was meaning. It should have been more. He played it right down. He knows what he's doing. But it could have been. I mean, come on. We're talking mills, aren't we? We're talking mills with the 2 goals. I think, don't get me wrong, I think the first one, we've got an argument. The second one, I think it was offside. But my God, marginal. Very marginal. And it could have been, the tie could have been probably out his reach if that was the case. So, more of that. Listen, I'm expecting my team to score tomorrow, right? And if they do, that means they need 3 even draw with you. So, and I don't think my defence is that bad. So, we're in a good position. Just let's get out and do the business. A professional job tomorrow. And let's send the old, what is it they call him? The magical one or something? What is it they call Mourinho?
The special one.
The special one. Let's send him down the Paisley Road with his tail between his legs.
That's similar what I say when I'm on me used to on a Wednesday night when Fox says who's on. I say the 2 with the special needs.
Oh, you're terrible. That's
And by the way, that's a joke, a joke. Yeah. Carry on, Southside.
Aye, sorry, no, I was just reading an email there. Rangers have hit us with an email. Your MyJers membership has been frozen this year. There we go. Frozen, and if you do it early, you'll get, all members will receive 30 points, an increase of 10 points this year. There you go, if you do it before the 31st of May.
Oh, you've done it. You've done it before the show.
No, yeah, I haven't. I've just seen the email, but extra 30 points? Oh, for Pete's sake, man. How could you say no to that?
30 points. You know, his birthdays have came at once, Stevie, haven't they?
Listen, man, this is... See, this does my nut on because I've had 2 tickets this year through MyJers, right? You're paying them. It's a great thing, right? You're putting money into the club. It's a donation. I get that, right? What do they mean they're freezing at Southside? What they talking about?
The price.
Right. Right. So for Jamie will be 30 and I'll be 40. And if we pay it before when?
31st of May.
Is it no due up anyway? Is it no due to
It's automatic. It's an automatic renewal.
Aye, well, that's well.
If you automatically renew it, I'm saying if you, I don't know, I've read it's going to renew, you get 30 points or something. But I think you've got to go in and do it, don't you? They say it's an automatic renewal, but I think you've still got to activate it.
Right, okay, well, right away, I'll get onto that right away, because 30 points, you need that.
How many did you get? 2 this year? Is that all you've had?
2 tickets, aye.
I get 2 and odd, didn't I?
So did that.
I've had 4, sorry, I've had 4 this year, I've had.
Aye. You've done all right, Affit boy. That's what I'm going to say.
4?
You're platinum. You're platinum.
Oh, yeah, 30 points will tip me right up there. I'll be getting a gold brick or something, I think.
Is that mere advertising?
What, gold bricks?
I thought you said something else here, sorry.
Brilliant. Old Bear, by the way. No wonder Old Bear. Old Bear will be listening to us shake his head. Listen to him, a gold brick.
No. Old Bear's called him similar.
Yeah, listen, it's took a lot of hard-earned graft to get to this point. It's hard work, you know it is. You're finding it hard, didn't you?
Well, how do I get to gold? Tell me, how do I get to gold? Because...
You need the bricks back, Robbie, to get that gold, mate.
Ox, I've had to dress up as everything bar Batman. I've been a St Andrews man, I've been a security man, I've been a nurse, I've done everything to get into games.
What you did hotels in Cumbernaul's got nothing to do with right, back to the football. But you're right, it is. Listen, mind yours a donation. If you sign up and you want the tickets, it's a way to get them. Whether you think it's right or wrong, that's the way we do it. And I think there's a lot of pluses in it. You've got to look after guys like Southside, yourself, Stevie, but you've got to look after new supporters as well, because we've all had to go to our first game at some point, yeah? Away game, yeah?
Yep, that's correct. Yep.
So I don't know a perfect system. And listen, maybe one day we've talked about it before, we can open up for debate, because I don't know how you solve it when you've got 1,500 tickets for something and 18,000 want them. So ultimately you're going to have a lot of people unhappy Southside, aren't you?
Listen,
he's away doing an email, Stevie. He's away doing an email.
Aye, he's gurgitating. That's what he's doing. No wonder the size of that bloody curry had. Anyway, aye.
Sorry, I was talking there and I was on mute. What? Yeah, I could still hear him talking. What's happening here? Listen, it's hard for the ticket situation, right? You know what it is? It's the two hardest fixtures, I think, this time now at the moment is St Mirren away and Hearts. They're the two it's the hardest to get. So, and then obviously getting up here on Sunday, they increase it a bit, so it helps a few of the Bears out there that a lot of them still struggle. Even in gold, you still struggle at times to get tickets because you don't always come out in the ballot, and them in silver are getting some, which they do rightly so, and sometimes bronze get them as well for certain games. That means the gold members, it's up to about 3,600 or something now, I think, or 3,006 is a cut-off. Can't remember, but it is. But I think there's 3,500 now. It's up to the points in gold now. So, it's hard to get tickets for all the games, mate. You know that we've had to do all sorts to get them, include doing what Stevie says and other things that we've had to do to get in gruns as well. But we've had a lot of help throughout the time, which helps us as well. But it's a hard thing, and Rangers can't do. But I keep saying, see this there, the My Jers thing is we're talking. I know we're talking about the tickets, we're having a laugh, right? But My Jers, they should just try. I don't know whether when the new owners come in, maybe they'll look at it and do something slightly different. Maybe lower the price or something, and try and get more people to buy into it. Like I said, forget the ticket thing. Just buy into it, put some money into the first team, and we could have a right good membership. Rangers Football Club should have over 100,000 members in a scheme like My Jers for the support that we've got worldwide, and that's easy. That should have been done easy. It's just the fact that a lot of people were even chucking it this year because they're peed off just because they want to go to the games and they think because you've got to be in My Jers. But as I keep saying, it's a donation to the club that we all have. And if they could even maybe lower it down a bit, it means other people that can't afford that or don't want to even go into it because of the reasons it's they're paying X £40 or £50 and they don't get tickets. But if they could lower it down a bit, and the fact that people could all buy into it, we should have well over 100,000 members in there. We should easily have that, but we don't.
No, there's a whole debate to be had there. But anyway, going back tomorrow night, I think we all agree it's a big event. We get and if we can get through, and it's still enough. I think we're favourites. I think the pendulum swung. I didn't think we were favourites before the tie started, Stevie. I think with that result we go favourites. I'm not saying we're racing certainties, but I think we're favourites. Yeah.
I think we're favourites at the fact that we're at Ibrox, Sox. No, everybody will be rubbing their hands going, yes, we're going to Ibrox. Ibrox is a tough place to come to, especially with the crowd, the atmosphere and everything that goes along with it, Hawks. So that kind of swings the pendulum in our favour. But make no doubt about it, it's a big, big tie. It's going to be some atmosphere. You'll be able to cut the atmosphere with a knife. It'll be absolutely brilliant. And the Union Bears hopefully have got their march up there. Hopefully they'll get their big tifo cheering the boys on. And listen, it's going to be a spectacle. And see, for a neutral, probably be a great game for a neutral. There are goals in it. All day long, there's goals in it.
Well, it looked that way last week, didn't it? There was goals in the game, didn't there?
Aye, it did, aye. So, we know what we've got to do, Ox. We know what we've got to do. You keep the back door shut and Big Deserts will get his goal. Trust me. Big Deserts, man. He was like Pele last week, man. Brilliant.
Maybe he might score 8, Southside.
That'd be helpful. Get him up to 30 goals. Somebody would be happy. But aye, listen, he'll be a threat tomorrow night, Dessers, and like I say, if we can get him into positions with the ball in front of him in certain positions running forward, I think he's better that way. Maybe taking on a defender or getting him into the sort of wide positions at times and having a run. But he's capable of scoring. They're not going to be a packed defence that we need to consider trying to break down. I believe they'll come out and try and hunt a goal, and I hope we'll get a bit of space and joy round about the middle of the park and on the wings at times. And we've certainly showed that we can hurt them at the back. So aye, they'll be fearful of that as well. Josie's no daft. He'll know if we give us time and space in certain positions, we're going to be dangerous tomorrow night and are capable of scoring. But I think Dessers, European night, especially away from him, he's been really good. I think they'll push up and play quite high line. I think they'll sit deep, and I think that'll suit us and Dessers tomorrow night, Ops.
All right. It'll be interesting to see what happens, and I'm really looking forward to it. As I said, it's not happened that often. Quarterfinals if we get through, and I think it's massive for the football club and massive for the support to give a lift on the park. I think the lift off the park is imminent, Southside, yeah? Imminent.
Aye, it seems to be progressing quite well, no far away, and that's all the sort of news we're waiting on, just to when it's finalised and then hear from the people involved. But apart from that, the main thing that matters is the game tomorrow night and then the next game after that, and that's as a support. That's all we're really interested at the moment, aren't we?
Mm-hmm. Aye, the morning night's the focus. Half the part was the focus, but the morning night, when you've got a chance of progressing, and Stevie, let's be honest, if we get a result tomorrow night, people will take, depending on who we play, they'll take a wee look at flights at a certain time in May to Bilbao, wouldn't they? They'll start looking, they can't help it, can they?
Oh, it's just who we are, isn't it? Definitely. You're allowed to dream, Ox, no? I mean, I just told you a dream there, starting with a chopped Porta Tequila Rose in Vatican Square. How's that? How's that for dreaming? No, you're flute. Oh, lovely. But listen.
It might be a dream of yours, but it sounds like a nightmare to me.
Aye, brilliant. Aye, you're allowed to dream. Listen. The boys, Rangers are who we are. I mean, when you get away from home, Southside, you've not said much about your trip. How did you enjoy it?
Hi, mate. Good. Just usual. See all the boys, and it was a pain in the arse, the bus journey up to the Grun. No, I thought itself it took you a long way. Getting in the Grun was a pain, but support was brilliant as always and all that, you know. You heard that, I take it, loud and proud as always.
Yeah. Oh, constantly in the second half, mate. Constantly come through the TV. The Bears, yeah. Yeah. You know, you heard all the songs loud and proud, as you would say, Southside. Loud and proud, Stevie, didn't you?
Oh, aye. You want to see that in here, man. You think Ferna Batsy was hostile. You want to see what she brought out, grub steaks at all time. Man, mad in here. But the Bears, listen, that Ibrox Mania and the tunes, you heard every man of the Bears singing their hearts out. More so, you could hear it at the end of the game and all, as it was coming near the night. It was brilliant. The boys done us all proud. And can I just say, for everybody at Rangers Radio here, we send our deepest condolences to the boy that passed away, family.
Mr. Potter, yeah. Man, unbelievable. And by the way, big shout out to everybody who's donated, including everybody on here. Fantastic, yeah, fantastic. Man of our own, went to watch the team. Big Bear, a good stop, and unfortunately, then they come back, tragic accident, yeah, and we think it all starts tomorrow night, and obviously we're going to do something to mark up tomorrow night, and let's get behind it and make it special for his family. There's nothing we can do to ever change it, Southside, but it's just a matter of respect, isn't it?
I know, it was good for the big unity scaffolding and all to put a donation in, which was well received, I believe.
Top man.
Aye, top banana.
Can I also add, boys? My close friend, Mr. Black is dealing with the funeral arrangements, and he's also donated as well.
I'm sure he would. I'm sure he would have been first man there to help as well. Top people, mate. Top people.
10%.
Yeah, top people. I know we laugh and joke and that, but another top man. Listen, talking about tunes, what we getting tonight, Southside? What are you predicting?
I don't know. Maybe Londonderry on the foil.
All right, you going for that? What about you, Stevie? You like, yes, it's true, the boys in blue.
It's magic on the ball. The Glasgow Rangers, but my team's the greatest of them all. That's
I
just
wish I could post that online the time you sent me the video of your house.
bananas, man. Oh, brilliant. But aye, no, ain't at all.
Right, get yourself a mute, because we're going to have a tune.
As we go marching down the Paisley Road, the west, the doors and the windows open wide. You will hear the people cheer, the Glasgow Rangers boys are here. It's Glasgow Rangers for me. Blue is the colour, football is the game. We're all together, Glasgow Rangers is our name. For we are the best team in all Scotland, and Glasgow Rangers is our name. So bring on the Celtic, your Hibs and Aberdeen, your Dundee United, we're the best you've ever seen. We play hand on heart, God save the Queen. It's Glasgow Rangers for me. As we go marching down the Paisley Road west, the doors and the windows open wide. You will hear the people cheer, the Glasgow Rangers boys are here. It's Glasgow Rangers for me. Blue is the colour, football is the game. We're all together, Glasgow Rangers is our name. For we are the best team in all Scotland, and Glasgow Rangers is our name. So bring on the Celtic, your Hibs and Aberdeen, your Dundee United, we're the best you've ever seen. We play hand on heart, God save the Queen. It's Glasgow Rangers for me. It's Glasgow Rangers for me. It's Glasgow Rangers for me.
Why don't you give us a call on 0141 356 1972? It's your show, it's your platform. Let's hear from you.
I think Fox has got the mood there, a wee march down the Paisley Road West. Stevie, that was for you, I think.
Yes, magic wee tune. You could do a wee dashing white sergeant to that. Magic, absolutely fantastic.
Yes. Yeah, Alberg maybe like that one. He might do a wee dance to that one, Southside.
Aye, he doesn't mind that one. But I thought the old Fox would have stuck that one, mind you. Appropriate, like I say, for tomorrow night on the White Ibrox.
I see what he done there. Yes, quite clever, Foxy boy, quite clever. Yes.
Is he still getting up to Savoy, can I ask?
I think he's still a regular attender, Southside. Yes, Stevie, yes, I think he is still a regular attender, yes.
Some man. I mind they used to do the cloakroom. Yeah.
Yeah, he's up there with all his aftershaves and that now.
Is he doing advertising go bathrooms? Listen, I used to remember I used to go to the Panama Jacks.
Aye.
Panama Jacks.
Man, God, that's good.
Right on the Clyde side. Aye. It was a good wee place.
Remember the Zanzibar? My God, Panama Jacks is Zanzibar. Talking of tune in the Mardi Gras, mind the Mardi Gras?
Mind them all.
Going to be the Cardinal Follies on a Monday night.
You sure it was the Bennetts on a Tuesday?
Straight night, might have been, never know.
Oh dear. By the way, talking about sponsorships, we'll be joined by Billy, who sponsors by Specsavers after last week. How we doing, Billy?
I'll tell you, you're talking about aftershave. I hope Foxes don't get any high karate or Burnley.
Oh, he's going to ball, mate. High karate's quite modern for her.
Yeah, it's all spice, mate. You still get bottles of them kicked about.
Oh, dear, aye.
Stratos.
Aye. No, I was just enjoying the show there, first day of the show there, eh? I just thought he's a wee call.
You're on to kill the second half now, Billy.
Aye, that's it, mate. On to kill it. Stone dead, mate. Stone dead. Listen, guys, I don't know. I think we're in pole position for tomorrow night. I really do. Obviously, we're 2 goals up, but I'm looking at the bigger picture. The minute that whistle goes, they're playing against the clock, eh? And I would go with the exact same team. If anything, I would change Ridvan for Sterling. That'd be my only tinker with the team. And because as I've said earlier on, they're going to come at us. That's a gimme. Now, you know how Jose plays his all mind games. He's an absolute master at it, But they've got to come. It doesn't matter if it's the first 10 minutes or the last 10 minutes. And the longer the game goes, at a draw, nothing each or whatever the case may be, and even to the point, lads, I've even go 1 up. All we need to do is score a goal, and it cancels it straight back out again. So I really think we've got a very, very strong chance of getting through into the quarter-finals tomorrow night. And it'll be hard. We're not saying it'll be a walkover, far from it. We're not under any stupid illusions that, we've just got to go to a cakewalk. That's never going to happen. And I'm sure Barry Ferguson and his training team, they certainly will not allow that. And the players will not be under any illusions either. But that said, guys, I fancy us strongly tomorrow night. Like, I really do.
I don't see why not, Billy. I think we are in pole position, but we're being optimistic and realistic at the same time, because we know that our team has got flaws in it at times. They're also excellent at times. Stevie, in you come, mate.
Aye. Listen, I'm with Billy. I've got nothing to fear. At the end of the day, it could have been 5-1 earlier. The tie could have been killed. But we've got to go out and do a professional job. We can't let our guard down. It's as plain simple as that. Mourinho's playing his mind games. He does that everywhere he goes. But it's the mind games, that's for the bench. It's what happens on the park. And our boys know 1 goal, I think, would kill the tie. If we go out and get an early goal, I think that would just rip them apart. I really do. There's no way back. I can't see any way back. But Billy's right in what he says. But we've just got to keep go out there and do a professional job. We can't let our guard down at any time. There's no easy games in Europe, although last week could have ended up like a walk in the sun if it was 5-1, but that's how it could have. But there's no easy games in Europe, especially against opposition like that. You let your guard down, you get caught. You could end up in soapy bubble. A professional job, Rangers. You know what you've got to do.
Who's the big players for you, Billy?
Them all, Hawks, to be perfectly honest with you. I don't think we're in any position to any, like say, the days with a Gascoigne or a Laudrup type thing, or a Barry Ferguson himself. They're all massive players in that cauldron, But we've not got any players up in that calibre. So I think everybody's got to be on it, for the keeper right through to the Rangers number 9. And one thing that I will say is we need to make sure that we don't do any silly schoolboy mistakes, because if we do, that's just the exact opening that he'll be looking for, and they will punish us. You know, we got away with a couple last week. I think it was one with Barn, and we got away with one with Ridvan. You know, we got away with these chances, and we were lucky to get away with them. But sometimes, listen, that happens. You've got to ride your luck. In Europe, you need luck. You know that. You know, you can have brilliant football for 85 minutes and your luck's out once and your team scored and you're 1-0 down and you're out to tie. That's how football goes in Europe. That's just the nature of the beast. But long as we've got to make sure our concentration levels are 110% bang on the money for that first whistle right to the last whistle. And any subs that do come on, which I believe they will come on at some point in the 90 minutes, they've got to make sure that they're switched on and alert for the minute they come on that park, because we need everybody right on it tomorrow night. As Holbeer likes to give them eights, we need eights off everybody Ox. That's the way I see it, mate. So for me, there'll be no bigger players, no players bigger than other. It's for the team. It's a team game, mate.
Yeah. I get it, mate. I get it. Understood it. When I read some of the media reports for elsewhere after last week's game, no local, if you like, or Scottish stroke UK, the guy that they were talking about was Diamondi, his movement and his ability on the ball. And listen, I knew he had a decent game, but then when you look at back and you take the emotion out of it, and you see some of the skills he shows, it shows you in a game of football the boy's got ability. We've just not seen it against this low block at Ibrox often enough. Southside, then Stevie.
Aye, that's what I said a few times on here. I think he's disappointed quite a few times in games in the league, probably against the lower block and stuff. But in Europe, he's been really good. We certainly missed him against Manchester United at Old Trafford. He'd have been a big asset to us that night. He gets you up the park. You see the energy he's got. He's picking up pockets of space in midfield. He's full of energy, full of running. He's good at breaking up the play. And then you see him, he does his mad turns. And I think he walked away through 3 of them last week, right in the middle of the park somewhere. But he's good on the ball. And in Europe, he's really turned up. He gets kicked a lot and filled a lot as well in Europe, if you've noticed it. He takes some hefty challenges at times, but he's a bundle of energy in there. And like I say, he drags you up the park when you need it. You need somebody for you, because if Raskin and Barron sitting to protect, then Dio will be the guy that you'll be looking to try and feed the body and then gets you up the park and tries to link the play.
Did I hear it right last week in the commentary that they said that the team that he left, I can't remember who that was that Copenhagen? We got him for...
No, it was another North something.
Midtjylland?
No, it's another team.
They beat Fenerbahce last year, yeah. In Europe, I'll check that out when they come back to their place. But I had a decent game, and obviously we won all. Billy's right. We want all our players to play well, Steve. Yeah.
Aye, 100%. And you're talking about Diamondi there. What a change he's got in direction. See that he gets the ball one way, he's gone there, and the next minute he drops his shoulder and he's away the other way. He's fantastic at that, coming out of ruckus of players and coming away with the ball. He's absolutely fantastic at that. Southside's right, most of the things he says there about Diamondi. What age is Diamondi? Is he 22, 21? What age is he?
He's 22.
22. Well, listen, 20. He's only going to get better for us, by the way. And Ox hit the nail on the head again. In Europe, he's got more time in the ball and he seems to be a better player. Yeah, you know, when he's playing against a low block and stuff like that. I don't know if it was yourself that mentioned that, Southside, but you're totally right. Great player we've got, and I think he's only going to get better. I think he'll get fitter. I think he'll get quicker, and I think he'll get to know the game that he's playing as here in Scotland next season and be a far better player for us. But in Europe, he's been excellent. And by the way, Southside, see, if we did have him in Manchester, no way in the world would we have got beat, I don't think. There you go.
Notcherland, we signed him for. And he'll be 24 in October.
Oh, is he?
23.
Oh, what's he here near? This is his second season, isn't it? or a half. He came half a season, didn't he? Then.
Well, he made his debut against Aberdeen last February. Yeah, so he's been with us 13 months. Yeah.
He's on a 5-year contract.
Mm-hmm. He's an asset, mate. Whether people, you know, he's making waves in Europe, Billy, isn't he?
He certainly is. He's coming on leaps and bounds. I think they've picked out a wee gem there. There's not much here, like, you know, but by God, has he got legs? He can get up and down, and he's got a wee junk about him, and he can keep the ball in tight areas. He's brave on the ball. He can pass. He's got good vision. He can pick a pass. The only thing that I would say, Ox, is he's maybe not just got in his look up just yet is goals. You know, if he could add maybe, I don't know, maybe 10 goals a season at his game as a midfielder, that would be a great contribution to the team. You know, but he's a tidy football player, and he's got 2 good feet. You know, and as I said, he can go left, he can go right, he can play with his back to the goal as well. He's very good at that. I mean, there was a move in the game last week in Turkey that there were I think it was 3 or 4 players running about him, you know, and he had a wee drop of the shoulder, and he went one way and he feinted to go the other way and sent the player a dummy, and he made about 4 yards of space for himself. So he's definitely go to Ox, but I'd like to see him adding some goals to his game. That's, I think, the only thing that's missing, but that'll come. He's only, as he said, they're 23-year-old.
Many goals would you look for in a calendar year, Billy?
For a midfielder, I'm looking for 10 to 20 goals.
He's got 7.
Well, is that right?
Aye.
Well, I'll tell you, that's good going so far.
In a calendar year, so over 2 seasons. But since he came, he scored 7 goals for us, mate. Yeah, in just 13 months. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know that's not a bad return for him, right enough. And he's been in and out the team here too.
If he had another half a dozen, mate, then that becomes a real asset, doesn't it?
Definitely. That's what I'm trying to get at, Oxy.
Get your point, mate. Aye. He's got to get, for a start, he's also got to get in the box more often. Is that fair, Southside?
Aye, definitely. And like you say, Billy, he's got a shot in him. He showed it early doors, one at St Johnstone against Dundee United, but probably in the league sometimes he's not been in the right positions, you know, because you were playing against a camp defence. But in Europe, he's certainly getting chances, and he chased a ball in the box, if you remember, for the ball for Sterling, where the player's head, and he slid in and knocked it right out of the goalie's head and into the roof of the net.
That was a brilliant finish.
Aye. I'm trying to remember the game. Was that Nice?
Nice,
wasn't it? Aye, Nice. Aye, so, I mean, we're hoping he'll get better. Billy, he needs to be more involved in games in the league. Like we say, you're looking for him to have big games, but in Europe, he certainly showed up, Billy.
Definitely. I think it's all down to the system we've been playing as well. But, guys, I don't know if you agree or no. Maybe that's just down to the system where you're sitting with the 2 hard midfielders, and maybe he was playing that wee bit deeper in the park. You know, as if we could maybe get him up the park a wee bit more, he maybe contribute with the extra goals that we're looking for. I don't know what your thoughts are on that.
I'll go first for that, Billy. My problem with the 2 that's sitting 2, mate, is if the ball gets moved quick up front or wide in the ball, you break away, you're too far away to influence the play, mate.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you know, I mean, it works at times defensively, you've got that built-in cover, but to contribute in a lot of the games that we play domestically, particularly Ibrox, if you're sitting next to the centre-halves and somebody puts the ball down the line to Czerny and he runs down and puts it in, you can't get there. You've too much ground to cover.
Aye.
Usain Bolt, couldn't arrive in time, you know what I mean?
Aye, you're right enough, Fox. You're right enough.
You know, that's one of the problems I've had with that system, mate. And listen, there's no perfect football system. There's flaws in them all. There's positives in them all, you know. There's positives in that 4-2-3-1, you know. But if you've got top players and people that are comfortable in it, but however, that's one of my flaws with it. But I think we've got a wee diamond there, and hopefully he flourishes tomorrow night, Steve, yeah?
Aye. See when you were talking about Boz through the middle there, what about Raskin's pass on to Cherny there the other night? That was different class, wasn't it? That was absolutely brilliant, out of this world. See if that's any other player doing that in Europe, big name player, you'd hear it more than in the night. That was the weight of that pass was right on him. And in fairness to Cherny, took two lovely touches, and then his third one, ball was the pokey. What a pass for it. And by the way, he's going to be a big player for us tomorrow night. Raskin. We need him covering every blade of grass and doing his business, getting in there and winning that ball and turning it over. But aye, Diamondi, great player. Brilliant, good. He's got a lot of good future ahead of him. And just let's see where it takes us with a boy. And as Billy said, if he can get that, he's got 7 now, did you say? Oh, 7?
You're 13 months, 7.
So 7 goals, even if you can see if he even ups that to a dozen a season, what a big help that would be. He needs to get in the box more. I totally agree with that. I totally agree with whoever said that. They need to get into the box more. You know, and they boys are ready to swing that ball. They need to get in there. They need to push in there. Sometimes I've looked at it, big deserts you sell, and you're going, come on, man, you need to get into that box. So that's one wee criticism. The guy, I think he needs to get in more goals and get in the box a wee bit more. But everything else, ball winning, he's got skill, he's got ability, and I think he's going to get better.
So, Stevie mentioned Raskin. I thought he had an excellent game last week. And when you look at it, it looks as if he's been leader on the pitch, yeah?
I think since maybe got a wee taste of captaincy as well, maybe gave him a wee bit more in the leadership skills now that he's had that wee bit. But he has been good for the height of him and that. He certainly gets stuck in. He's run about players, he chases back, he's good on the ball. I thought last week when he broke in the box, he should probably try to cut it across because you could see he was running out of energy and steam, but he'd made a good burst from midfield into the box. Another one who at corners sometimes has managed to get himself in positions to go on the end of things. But in the position he plays, he's normally going to be around about the middle of the park, and he's really had some good games dictating the play. I think him and Conor Barron played well, and Diamondi was a guy who was full of energy, and I think they two played well together with an understanding. And the more games that you play with players in the midfield, you can form these sort of partnerships, you know, where they should be in that on the ball without sometimes looking. But Connor's just come back into the team last week, which was a surprise for maybe a few people, and played the 90 minutes. But Raskin's been excellent for a lot of the games. He's turned up for a good number of months now. He's been one of our main players in the middle of the park, and hopefully tomorrow night it'll be another game. He'll have another good performance.
Aye. He's done well for the majority of the games he's played. He's had a couple where he was quiet, Billy, but he can't play well every single game, you know. But tomorrow night, hopefully he shines. Nico Raskin.
I said it the first time I seen Raskin when he made his debut. I thought he stood out like a sore thumb, mate. And I said to myself, we've got a player there. If we can get the best out of this laddie. And then he got injured in that, and he was in and out the team, and then, you know, I think did he not get sent off or something like that, and he's form dipped, etc. But he's starting to impose himself in the team now, and when he took that captain's armband for the period he had it, when Tavernier was out injured, I thought the laddie was immense in the Rangers jersey. I really did, guys. And I thought, obviously, you know, you could say to yourself, well, Tavernier's coming back. You keep the captain's armband, etc., you know. But if there's anybody embraced that jersey and that armband, it was Raskin. I'll be looking for him tomorrow night to turn on a display like he did against Tottenham. I thought he was exceptional against Tottenham. He covered every single blade of grass. He was everywhere. He was cutting out boys, you know. He was running tackles. He was right in their faces, you know. He was running beyond the strikers, trying to go on the edge of things, you know, different things like that. So I'll be looking for Raskin to put in a performance like he did against Tottenham Hotspur, and especially he was different class last week, and also he did burn out, you know, because he put that much into the game, but I think he was running on hot air for a wee while, but I thought it was exceptional. So more of the same for Nico for me. For Nico tomorrow night, guys, definitely.
If we put on a Tottenham Hotspur display tomorrow night, we did at Ibrox. I know they're not having the greatest of seasons. If we put on that display, we go through. There's no doubt in my mind if that happens. Stevie?
100% Ox. Aye, if we played the way we played against Tottenham Hotspur, we get through. I thought we were excellent against Tottenham. Our movement, the dark arts, if you want to put it, the way people were fighting and getting back, and the way we were going forward, and we played some excellent football. I mean, the wee man's touch that night, I'll not forget that. The way he pulled that ball down out the air, that was just unbelievable. But aye. And his goal, he tucked his goal away well. We Egerman that night, absolutely brilliant. But if we play anything like Tottenham, we're through, no problem. We'll be through with goals to spare, put it that way.
Southside.
Aye, like you say, we're at home. Our form usually at Ibrox and European games has been really good. And we know it's going to be a hard game, but nothing to fear tomorrow night. We've got the cushion. And we just need 11 players, Billy, as I keep saying, and you said earlier, we need 11 players to turn up on the night. Can't carry any passengers. Because in European night, when you get the ball away in silly positions, if you look at all our games in Europe, early years, if you get the ball away in bad areas, you get punished. And we've certainly been punished in many a time in Europe. But we've managed to do well and score goals in Europe as well, which we've been doing lately. So we're back at Ibrox. It's not been a great hunting ground for us, but we've just got to look on it that it's Thursday night under the lights at Ibrox, so why should we not turn up and just make sure that we get the Rangers victory?
Yes, and obviously Europe's not for everybody. There's teams going out left, right and centre, and we're still in. However, as Mr. Keevan said, you'll be judging what you do in Europe, so let's go again, Billy. Let's get through.
Aye, that's right. Just get through the tie, we'll no need to be the nearly beat Bayern Munich scenario, or we'll bring out a new DVD, etc., you know what I mean? We'll just get and put on a show for the Rangers support tomorrow night, and hopefully, with that wee bit of luck, we're into the next round of the tournament, flying the flag for Scotland again.
Aye, obviously you'll expect all the teams to be right behind us tomorrow night, Billy, because yeah.
Aye, that's exactly what they do. Listen, I have every confidence in the full of Scotland are behind the great Glasgow Rangers tomorrow. I'll get my violin out. I'll tell you one thing. I'm sure all the listeners, and I didn't mean the Rangers listeners, I'm sure all the listeners will be rooting for us tomorrow night, shall we say. So a big shout out to them and all. Mind watch the Rangers tomorrow night.
Aye. Stevie doesn't care as long as they use go bathrooms. Aye, but,
they're not Scottish.
That's right. I didn't know what they are. I didn't think they actually know themselves what they are, mate, to be honest with you. But that's enough of them.
Right, okay, so look, there's a lot of positives in there. Southside's got a similar team for last week. Anybody thinks it's going to be different? Would you bring in Egerman and take the star of the show for last week, Cyril Dessers? That would be radical, that would be different, but we'll see where it goes. So, let's hear from you.
Why don't you give us a call on 0141 356 1972? It's your show, it's your platform. Let's hear from you.
Yes, I still think I don't know why, I still think that boy's got a part to play in this European story. Hopefully it's a positive one, Egerman. I know he's been off the boil a wee bit, I accept that, Billy. But I don't know why. I think he's just that. He's got the X factor.
I like Big Eager, man. You know, he's listen. It happens all the time. With centre forwards or strikers, the form always dips. Their goals dry up, you know, and they go through the long periods of games after game after game, and it doesn't matter how hard they try. Nothing. They didn't get the breaks, you know. The boys hitting off, it's rolling down their shin, etc. All these things happen. But what I like about the big man is when he does come on, mate, his work ethic is different class, you know. And he'll work. He'll whatever he's asked to do for the Rangers team, he comes on. Be it if he's playing for the start or if he comes on as a sub, he works his socks off and he gives everything in that Rangers jersey. He's got a lovely touch, you know. He's got 2 good feet. He packs a right good shot as well. He's good in there, you know. He can hold players up, and I'll tell you, he's a big honfy as well, Ox. You know, there's no many guys who'll shove him off the ball, and that's what I like about him as well. He's a big, strong unit of a laddie. And he's still a kid too. He's still learning his trade, you know, from where he came from last season to where he's playing now, the platform he's playing now, and domestically and especially in Europe. He's right on the European stage there, you know. But it'd be the best is still to come for Eager, man, and let's hope he can. Him and Dessers and all, and Cherny at them all. Let's hope they all can shoot us to European success, eh?
Stevie.
Aye, man, brilliant. I mean, we're talking about the Diamonde getting goals. Many's Igman got this season, but many's he sitting on? I know he's had a wee drought the last few games, but I mean, he must have a couple of goals. He must have at least 8 anyway. Huh? Must have a few under his belt, Ox, in all competitions. But listen, young man's got a good future ahead of him. He's came. For the first time we've seen him, he's come on leaps and bounds, and I think he's only going to get better. And as you say, Ox, he's got a role to play in Europe this season. You know, we're definitely going to the next round. I'm just flinging my hat in the ring. We're going to the next round, and he's got to be a big player for us in the next round. Trust me. Would you think Southside?
I think you go Southside. Oh, maybe he's
Ignaman. I think the Mora. I think we played Dessers because I think he can cause problems. But Ignaman, the Mora, if he started and Dessers was on the bench, wouldn't he surprise me? The only reason I'm saying that is if you played him as a striker, when you open balls up to him, you know he's good at holding them up. You seen him last week in the short spell. He come on, he won the ball in the chest, and he's fighting, harassing for it down the touchline, and he's trying to get away from the defender. He's strong. He can hold people off. He can play the 1-2s. He can hold you the ball and recycle it. And it might be something that Barry might look at, because if we know they know the ball up, you know usually it'll stick. I know Dessers was really good and his play last week, but it's not always like that, as we know. And you normally know his first couple of touches how he's going to be. So normally, so if Ignaman started tomorrow night just for talking's sake and he had Dessers on the bench, it wouldn't bother me. I think it'd be a tactic knowing that you can knock the ball up to him, Ox, and he can bring Diamonde in running after the midfielder. He can link with Cherny and stuff like that, and it wouldn't be a big blow to his not to start Dessers, you know.
Aye, Ignaman started 24, 11 as sub, Stevie, and he's got 13 goals.
13. There you go. There you go, man. So if he could up that, no. Listen, is there no somebody looking at him? Am I not right in saying there's already teams looking at the wee man?
Oh, there's a lot of our players getting linked. Maybe that's mischief making, but we'll see how it pans out. And everybody's got a price, Billy.
Oh, aye, that's right. That's just the way football is these days, isn't it? It doesn't matter who you are. You know, if you They all won.
Grant says they always agree there, mate. Didn't work out for you at Sky Sports, so back with us, do it.
Aye, no bother. Listen, you're right. Every player's got its price tag. You know, you want the players to perform. You want them to be successful for Glasgow Rangers. But the downside of that is the better you are, the more your price tag up, and that's when the other teams come in and start sniffing about you, like, you know, and with transfer fees, etc., etc. But some of the money that gets through about with some of these players now is absolute bonkers. You know what I mean? For different ones, like, you know, but that's just part and parcel of football. I was just looking at, I don't know if this is right, Ox. I wonder if you could just maybe double check on it. We're talking there about the goals that Eagleman scored.
Mm-hmm.
Is it 4 goals he scored in 7 Europa League games to Big Dessers' 3 and 9? Would that be right?
Well, give me 2 seconds. I'll give you Eagleman's and then I'll check this. I'll look for you, yeah.
Aye,
so
no bother, mate.
Eagleman stats in front of me. He scored 4 in 4 starts in Europe, mate. 3 substitute, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
And you want Dessers. What's it? You make me earn my money tonight, innit, Stevie?
Is the half? Is the half? What's Fox in that? Do they get a half bottle on the back there? Are they? No, really, they'll just no.
Big Dessers this season's got 4 in 8 starts and 3 substitute.
It's a good look at, isn't it? For especially in Europe, isn't it? Definitely.
The two of them, their goal return in Europe this year's fine. Southside, do you agree?
Aye, Dessers could have a couple more, you know, if it wasn't for VAR. But aye, they've been decent in the scoring, Billy. And the wee man's just sort of slightly went off the boil, but you know his qualities and all that. And listen, see tomorrow night, it wouldn't matter to me what one we start, because as you see, the two of them are scoring goals in Europe, Billy.
Mm-hmm, definitely.
Southside return. Well.
Are you laughing at this, Stephen?
I'm saying we're talking about Eagleman and Dessers' return scoring in Europe. I said Southside scored a few in Europe on honesty.
Listen, I promised I wouldn't discuss Southside scoring live and air, and I'm not going to do it.
Oh.
Okay.
Silence is deafening.
That's what I'm going to say. I'm a man of my word. Right.
I can't even interject in that nonsense. You know what I mean, Billy?
I like that.
I'm just mudslinging, Southside. They're just mudslinging, mate.
He would accept that as mudslinging. He'd be quite happy slinging that mud. I'm just going to. I might show Southside my wee interest for last night. Yeah. Right. I've not sent him it. I've not spoke to him. But listen. We onwards and upwards. Big game tomorrow night, Billy. How do you see it panning out in your thoughts, mate? How do you see it going?
I think it'll be cagey the first 10 minutes, mate. I think the two of them will suss one another out. Mourinho here plan. Obviously, Mourinho's got to come and he knows he needs to score 2 goals. You know, he needs to win the tie, basically. Or equal our result last week to get through type thing, you know. So I think it'll be cagey for about maybe the first 10-15 minutes, and we'll see what kind of system Josie's set up with Galatasaray and what way we're set up. But after that, mate, it's all about the game. I think the game will open up a wee bit, as I said, because the clock's got to be against him for the first minute. You know, for the referee blows that first whistle, the clock's got to be against him. So they will need to come out and try to probe and push us back. And listen, in the game, early period, I think there will be occasions there'll be hear 'em, scare 'em stuff. You know, it wouldn't be Rangers if there weren't any hear 'em, scare 'em stuff. But if we can ride the storm out and when the day come and defend properly, we'll get chances against them, Ox. And when they chances come, but we need to take them. We need to take them, big chances. Even listen, a wee half chance would do. You know, a wee bit of luck. Long as we take a chance, we put them on that back foot, get a goal. You know what I mean? That's us right in the driving. We're in the driving seat now, mind you, but we get a goal, we're right in the driving seat. But all's not lost, guys, and I can't stress this enough. If they score first, even if they go 2 up, it doesn't matter. Eh? We just need to keep going and score a goal, you know. And we're still sitting in that tie, you know. So it'll be cages, I say, but it'll be Ibrox will be rocking, mate. It'll be a brilliant night of football, and let's just hope that it's the teddy bears that's going into the
Stevie.
I can't argue with much of that. You know, Ibrox will be rocking tomorrow. It'll be absolute bedlam, man. I can't wait. I really can't. I think that the UB have done the right thing. They're getting us all psyched up for it, and you know, with the march up at the stadium, getting the atmosphere going, and getting everybody on a high before you get in. I mean, that's just excellent what they've done there, man. And then when you get in, it'll be that tune comes on and the tifo goes up, man. Off. The Bears have been gone potty up the back of that Copeland Barama. Absolutely brilliant, man. I just can't wait. And as you say, no matter if we go a goal down, you get one back, that's it done again, isn't it? So we'll get nothing. We're not talking about them getting goals anyway. I don't like talking like that. I think we'll get through anyway. I can't see them scoring. I really can't. I can't.
Well, I hope you're right, mate. I hope you're right. We can relax and enjoy the evening. You know, if they don't score, it's a cakewalks outside, isn't it?
Aye, it is, but it's Europe, Stevie, and if you make mistakes, you'll get punished. And listen, we've got to be. I think it's how we set the tone at the start. If we come out sort of sitting in and giving them the initiative to come forward and create a chance, or if they score an early goal, that changes it. You need to come out with the right attitude on the front foot, I think, to start with, and see if we go hunting. Even the first 10 minutes, crowd will be going bananas and try and go on the front foot, see if we can create a chance or two, and hopefully we maybe take one. But I think we should come out with the attitude that we'll give them a warning early. And if we can do that, and then we can sit in the game and do what we want to do. But I think we should come out and keep that attitude up, that we come out in the front foot. Don't want to come in, sit back and let them play balls across the midfield and we're not intercepting it. We're just sitting in tight and they're firing balls in, Stevie, because that's it then. If you go a goal behind, you've got to change your game plan. Your game plan should be, I think, come out and look to see if we can maybe score in the first 5-10 minutes and have a go at them. But make sure we sit tight at the back. But go and have a go, because we know their defence, we can get at them. So why not come out and have a go? We're at home, expectations on us. So if we can get that early goal, that changes it again for us even more. Then we don't need to go so gung-ho. If we don't want to, we can sit in. You know, but I think you've got to come out with the right attitude at the start. That's why the whole team's coming out with the right attitude for it. We're on the front foot for the start.
I think that's a problem with Mora, lads.
Yes, mate.
I'm saying, do you think VAR will be called into the game with Mora? Do you think that'll become a bit of a problem with Mora? Or do you think...
There's no a game that VAR's no a problem or get involved in it, mate. Yeah. I think listen, we've got the results last week. We've got the first goal that maybe went our way, you know. So I know that was the VAR, that was the goal line technology, but the game's changed. And what it's done is it took all the spontaneous. It's took all the, I can't get that word out. It's took all the instant. You know, if you score a goal, you've got to wait. You don't know, and all that. Or that's come into the game. It has changed the game more than I thought it would, Southside.
Europe's different with VAR as well. Handballs are usually judged most of the time for penalties. That's the thing about VAR in Europe, Stevie. We've had it, it's helped us and it's hindered us slightly, but it's helped us a few times as well over the last few seasons, especially in Dortmund, when the linesman had flagged Alfie off and that, and we went to VAR and we get the goal, and things at Ibrox, penalty at Ibrox as well, with Kent on the line and stuff like that. And then obviously we get 2 goals chopped off last week just by VAR. But it's helped us and it's hindered us. But I think in Europe you've got to be wary for handballs at any point in the game. They're more inclined to gear it than no gear at times. But apart from that, I hope VAR will not be involved. It's hopefully it'll not be needed. But I could imagine there'll be 1 or 2 calls at least tomorrow night And you never know with foreign refs and what they see in the VAR room. But I know the handball's different from what you normally see down in the Premiership, watching that as well as up here sometimes.
Aye, hopefully it's a non-event we get through, Stevie. There's too much excitement, but I'm just looking for us to get through the tie. I think it's massive for the club, and it's also massive for the support, just to give that spring in the steps outside it.
Aye, it gives the whole club a lift, the support especially. It gives us a lift. We've won our last 2 games, and then we're going up here at the Chamber of Secrets, so it put a feel-good factor back into the club. We know who we're getting in the next round, the one or the other, so we'll see how that game goes. That'll be done before we take the field. So, but no, you want to make sure you win tomorrow night, another good night under the lights at Ibrox. We all get home happy, and then we go up there, and hopefully we'll come back up the road happy after Sunday as well.
A double dunner. Yes. I'm only looking forward to the occasion tomorrow night, get a result, move forward. A couple of weeks before we hopefully play in Europe again, and that keeps the season alive, gives us excitement, 2 ties to look forward to. And what's not to like, Stevie, in Europe?
Well, just been different gravy in Europe, haven't we? But I just, it's just been on night and day for obviously domestic to Europe, and honestly, man, we get into that. It's unbelievable to think, innit? If we get into this, we're in the quarter final of the Europa League, and yet 2 weeks ago, or getting off our nuts, we're getting put in the Scottish Cup. It's just been mental, innit? It's just been absolute mental. You wonder what goes on there sometimes, eh? Absolute mad.
I think that's part of the frustration, mate. We can't understand it, no.
Oh. It's the same bunch of players, you know what I mean? They're just, it's attitude. It's just attitude. And the only thing they're consistent and has been inconsistent. You know?
I think Billy's back. I think he had a wee technical. You back, Billy boy?
Yes, mate. Sorry about that, lads. I don't know what happened there. Check my settings, eh?
It happens, mate. It happens. We're live.
Aye, I know, mate. Don't worry about it. Aye.
So we're looking forward to the game tomorrow night. We've talked about the boys in midfield. We've talked about Dessers, Zingerman. I think we've all agreed that Cherny can play a role tomorrow night. We've not really mentioned the defence and the goalkeeper, Southside.
I know. Well, hopefully Jack Butland will, as I say every time, any Rangers goalkeeper, not just him, we've watched it throughout the years. You need your goalkeeper to have a big night and a European night. You're looking for him to turn up and perform. That's how he's your number one goalkeeper. I think Sterling, in my opinion, I would put him into the defence. Whether I'd thought about it, I might be more inclined maybe to play Tav at right back and put Sterling in beside Suter and Balogun. Give you height, give you power. Or if you're playing them on the right, fine. Either or, I think that defence is pretty solid if you stick with that, and there's chances that you can let your fullbacks go and join the midfield and stuff and keep the 3 at the back. Might be better, possibly would be better if Tav was out wider at times than maybe Sterling, but I think they give you height. I think Tav's good jumping, leaping for the ball. As we've seen when he was playing centre-back, he can leap for the ball. I think if you've got Suter and Balogun in there as well, with Sterling and Butland as your goalkeeper, coming out for cross balls or making sure that if he has to come, he gets it. I think we've got a lot of height in there, Ox, for tomorrow night.
Aye, with that back five would be more physical than what we've had at times, you know. I mean, the only height we have with Barron, Yilmaz and maybe Raskin is a pyramid, Billy, isn't it?
Aye. You know, what I did notice last week, when they brought that big fellow in the second half, and he was firing balls in right on top of our 2 centre-halves, I thought we dealt with it comfortably. And then, obviously, whatever they seen, they brought big Sterling on, and that nullified that guy, and the boys when they come into the box. So, you know, that's definitely something that it looks as if we're not got to be all over the place on, you know. if we need to go to a 5 in there, listen. And I'm not caring if we go into a 5 there. I couldn't give two monkeys, mate, if we have to go into a 5. Because, as I said earlier on, we'll need to defend at times. You know, and if that's the way we've got to defend, then so be it. Because at the end of the day, it's all about getting a result and getting us through to the next round. That's what it's all about, eh? And as I said, I couldn't. I don't care if I've got to throw an extra man in there just to shut up the shop. You know what I mean? Or part of the bus or whatever they want to call it. But what I will say is as well, if you've got Tavernier in there or out the right hand south side by Sterling, and then Shooter, Balogun and Jeffy, you'll have a nice balance in there as well, mate. You know, there'll be, you know, your goalkeeper at the back of them and that, for talking's sake as well. But you'll have a nice balance of natural-sided players playing in the positions. I mean, it maybe sounds as if you maybe contradict myself here and saying, well, we played a left back here on the right-hand side last week and it worked very well. Of course it did, but it's horses for courses, isn't it? So I like to see my Rangers team a nice balance to it as well.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that, Billy. Common sense sometimes, eh?
Definitely, mate.
Stevie, you're right. You mentioned the results so far. They haven't been great at Ibrox, and just want to put it out there that the atmosphere's starting to build up already. We can all feel it. We're all Bears, but I think it's important tomorrow night the support stay with the team, mate. Yeah,
100%. 100%. Even if we go a goal down, just get behind the team, get them back. Just get them back into the game again. Sing, David will go today. Now listen, great start tonight. I'm looking tonight and I see that all the pages gone looking for tickets. Everybody's looking for tickets out there. So that just tells you the same thing. Everybody's up for this tomorrow. The UB have got the march, gun, tifo up, sing. And the new owners, a part of the consortium that was maybe taking out at Ibrox is coming tomorrow. Would it not be great for them to see us all gone bananas and singing and getting that atmosphere going? And they go, look at this place, man. Oh, I'm up for this. I'm sticking a few bob into this. So let's do it, man. Let's get it together. Tin hats on, whistle goes, we're over the top. When that whistle goes, we give everything, man. We're expecting them to give everything, so it's down to us to give everything too. And that's not just the UB, that's every stadium, every corner of the stadium. Even the Spiffs that are in gold, nobody else sing them more.
The Spiffs.
They're on the club deck, you. Calm down.
Southside.
Aye, no, it's about generating the atmosphere into it, and it's about keeping it going. And first and foremost, the players have got to try and make sure that we're well in this game, and we're doing as well as we can, and we're looking for a goal. But support is important. You've heard the players and many former players and managers talk about the 12th man and how it gives you that extra bit of energy and that in your legs and drives you forward. And listen, they'll bring 2,000 and all, and they'll be noisy. Let's not kid yourself. They'll make plenty of noise and all, no doubt. But it's what we do through all the stands, and I'm sure tomorrow night, like you say, if there's a wee lull in the game, we're under pressure, and sometimes it'll maybe quiet, and at times just because you're maybe a bit more worried. But at the same time, the UB will be singing their heart out from start to finish, and it's just about everybody else joining in or starting after rain songs. And it is amazing on the Thursday nights at Europe. You hear the people singing in sections of the ground that normally don't maybe start half songs and that because they've come out to hospitality and they're in these sections. Billy, if you remember. So you get that element. They do that, and I'm sure atmosphere will be really good tomorrow night, and hopefully we'll get the first goal and Ibrox will rock for the whole 90 minutes, and everybody will be talking about it after the game around the world.
Cheap shot, Billy, not a free shot, cheap shot.
What are you trying to say, Southside, mate? Did I?
It was your choice of song that night, if you remember. I did see you privately, remember?
Billy.
No comment.
Billy, can I say something? Don't phone me on a Sunday morning again. I burnt my toast, my sausages a lot. That with you. You get me hyperactive, man, talking about a Rangers.
I know. Hold on, they'll need to phone you back. I burnt the sausages. That was actual words, Ox.
They don't know anything about this. We need to keep it quiet.
He burned them because he put them in the
Was it
toaster.
square or length, Stevie? Or was it both?
Both. Aye, he phoned me and he was talking about the Rangers, and then we got into something, and then I went into one of my Churchill speeches, and then I turned around and the ninja was coming out. The ninja was on. Here we
How
go.
can you burn things in the Ninja, mate? There's a clock on it to put the timer on it so you get it perfect.
I get this one knocked off.
All right, okay, the clock's over it.
No,
There we go. He'll be getting more money for plugging the Ninja to his south side there.
Ninja.
How many services and goods can he get out there in the one show?
I do my best. I'm sponsored by a few of them,
Right, we've reached that time of the evening. Last word for your good self, Billy Boy.
Yes, thanks very much, Ox, for taking my not one but two calls. Enjoyed the crack here with the best double act in Rangers Radio. Thanks very much for taking my call, Ox. Looking forward to the game tomorrow night. Rangers just go out there and do the business. That's all we're asking, troops. Thanks very much.
Cheers, Billy Boy. Big Stevie.
I'd just like to remind Billy they're not allowed flares in hospitality, okay? So behave yourself. You get breakers and introductions and all like that, will you? Thanks for everything tonight, Ox.
I don't know if
Absolutely.
they were flares. I think they were bell bottoms. That suit was that old.
He's going to wear his Birmingham bag trousers, isn't he, Billy?
No, I'm putting masking tape on my lips.
Listen, Ox.
Do you want to give a shout out to your sponsors, Go Bathrooms, AS Smith Scaffolding, Mr. Black, Ninja, who else? Have I missed any?
HP Sauce, Greg's the Bakers.
Oh, I'm not a Greg's man. I'm not a Greg's man at all. Right, listen, boys. Listen, great platform. Enjoyed the chit chat. It's brilliant being on my wingman. Good wee Billy took his medication tonight and he was talking well about the Rangers. And thanks for having us. And as I said, it's one of the only three platforms out there for the bells to phone in. But brilliant. And let's hope the Rangers do it tomorrow night. Come out, right out. Come on, the Rangers. Do it for a start.
Yes. We've been invited to San Francisco and they have a raffle to see who's going to go. Any names? Southside.
Well, it's got to be me and the Biggie and two others in it. Is it only 4 spaces or 5?
3.
3?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that narrows it down then, doesn't it?
Aye.
No, I enjoyed it as the night as always, mate. Good to hear Billy phone in and all. At least tomorrow night we'll not have any mad songs getting sung. I was wondering, and then he started that off. So if you're going tomorrow, Billy, remember the tape. But apart from that, looking forward to tomorrow night. Listen, we're at home. Let's rock this place tomorrow night, right? It's Rangers Thursday night at Ibrox under the lights, and it's all about us tomorrow night. We'll take a draw if we have to, but we'll want to try and get a victory, and hopefully the whole stadium will be rocking for the 90 minutes. Let's do this. Let's cheer the troops home tomorrow night, because this is what it's all about. Get into that quarter-final of Europe, maybe a trip to Rome. And we'll keep Spain for the final. So that's what it's all about. That's what we've got to look forward to. So let's do this tomorrow night, Rangers. And it's great to be on with the big man and do the show, mate. And as always, there's only one team and one crown. Come on, the Bears.
Oh, you get borrow your gaffer tape off of Jules, yeah?
Sorry, Ox, what was that, buddy?
Borrow the gaffer tape off of Jules.
I'll try my best, lads. I'll try my best.
Listen, thanks to Billy for joining us on the show. Thanks to the one and only Southside and Big Stevie for doing the show. Thanks to Fox and Old School Blue for doing the technicals. Rangers Radio will be back at 7 o'clock with a build-up to Rangers versus Fenerbahce at Ibrox in the last 16 of Europe. Remember, Europe's not for everybody. Thanks for listening. Take it away, Old School Boy.